As dog owners, we all need to take our dogs to the vet. Perhaps get them groomed, get their nails trimmed, and even give them baths. Let's face it, sometimes these aren't the easiest tasks. Today, we're going to show you how handling exercises can benefit your dog. Handling is a great way to communicate with your dog and build calmness and trust. But what is handling? Not to be confused with petting, handling is different. Handling can include inspecting your dog, manipulating their body parts, or even moving your dog physically. You will be training your dog to feel safe, calm, and relaxed when handled. To do this, we use counter conditioning. This means pairing handling with a high-value reinforcement such as treats, so the dog's emotional response towards being touched changes from feeling stressed to feeling relaxed. I recommend using a high-value treat such as chicken or hot dogs so that you can create a strong emotional response to handling. If you are working with a dog for the first time, if you have a new adult dog, a fearful dog, or a shy dog, make sure not to look directly at your dog and blink often so that your dog doesn't think that you're staring at them as an intimidating gesture. When your dog is relaxed and comfortable with handling, you can start to look at them in the eye when you're doing this exercise. How to condition handling. Have some chicken pieces here. First, you're going to start off by reaching towards your dog and saying yes. I personally don't like clicking because your dog can either get overexcited if it's used to being clicked, or it can also get in the habit of offering other behaviors. So I like to just go ahead and say yes when doing this exercise. Yes! The moment that you reach towards your dog, and then you're going to follow it up and give them a treat. When your dog seems comfortable with you reaching towards them, reach and touch your dog softly. I always like to start right underneath my dog's chin. Yes! Most dogs feel less worried when being touched under the chin as the first place to begin the handling exercises. Here's a list of a possible progression of parts of the body to conditioning handling. Under the chin, chest, sides of the face, neck, shoulders, sides, top of the head, back, ears, legs, feet, tail, and rear. All dogs are different, and for some dogs, this progression can take a matter of minutes in one session, while for other dogs, especially adult dogs that have not been touched, this progression could take months of conditioning for the dog to feel truly safe, trusting, and relaxed when being touched in all these places. Once you have done a couple of training sessions, reinforcing reaches and touches, and your dog looks comfortable, you can move on. Touch your dog and hold your hand still for 3 seconds on your dog before saying yes,
Yes.
and feed a treat. Then touch your dog for 5 seconds, say yes,
Yes.
and feed a treat. My dogs have obviously had handling exercises done, but one of the things that this beautiful little girl does not enjoy is having her feet touched, which I'm going to use as an example today to help everyone at home better understand the magic of handling exercises. If I just dive right in and go and try and touch Gray's foot, she's going to get a little weary and start squirming, and that's not good. I want her to be calm. So one of the things that I encourage all of you to do, particularly if you want your dog to be more comfortable having its feet handled, is you can start on the top of the head and you can work your way down to the leg. So instead of reaching right towards Gray's leg and making her feel more and more uncomfortable, not knowing when she's going to be grabbed, I'd imagine that's not so comfortable, I can help her and make it easier and take my hand, start it on top of her little head. We'll just try again. I can help her and take my hand, put it on top of her head and work it down her leg. Yes. Yes. If you notice during this exercise that your dog is paying more attention to your treat hand and not paying attention to being touched, you can take your treat hand, put it behind your back so that your dog finds that handling is the predictor of the food rather than what your treat hand is doing. Never trap your dog or puppy while doing this exercise. If your dog ever backs away from the handling, simply do not reward the dog and see if the dog will come back on its own. The dog is saying what you are doing is too much for him and need to go back a step and start again. If you are seriously worried about your safety, you can teach your dog to like wearing a muzzle before you start conditioning handling. All dogs can benefit from handling. It's a great way to build up calmness and trust in your dog.
Having a husky means I have to brush him pretty frequently. Handling definitely makes it easier for me to brush him from head to toe without any challenges.
Happy handling, everyone. See you next time.
Up 5, Dreamy. Come here, Leah. Ready? Leah, sit.